In this video, we're going to break down how you can qualify for a marriage green card from inside the United States using a little something called the marriage adjustment of status.
You're getting married or are already married and just want to get through this obstacle as soon as possible. We know we are an immigrant couple ourselves, and we were also once looking into understanding this process for the first time. This channel is a place for you to learn how to confidently handle your own immigration, coming from two lawyers who went through this exact process together and who now have taught many others to get through this process as well. So truthfully, you have nothing to worry about.
And, by the way, if you want to go even deeper into the marriage adjustment of status, our new mini course breaks down all the different marriage green card immigration options. And we even cover what forms you need to file for each process, how much they cost, etc. You'll find a link below this video.
When going through this process ourselves, it was like receiving information from all sides and struggling to complete the puzzle from all the pieces. And there was this constant sense of anxiety because we could never be sure we had every bit of information we needed.
That's why, starting by understanding the adjustment of status process and how you can get your green card without ever leaving the United States is a very important first step, so you aren't wasting your time and only becoming more stressed out, but rather, you begin to focus your energy on what really matters and getting through this process much faster. I mean, members of our marriage immigration method have prepared their applications in as little as 1 week. Some people sit on these applications for years, literally. But it's super realistic to have your entire application shipped to the USCIS within 2 to 3 weeks max.
Before you can know if you qualify for a green card from within the US, you need to first understand what a marriage adjustment of status is. This is because an adjustment of status, or what we call AOS, is the name used for the general process of applying for a green card from within the United States.
The marriage adjustment of status operates within the family-based green card category. With this process, U.S. citizens and current green card holders may apply for family-based green cards for their foreign-born spouses. With this process, the foreign-born spouse will be able to stay within the United States while their application is being processed.
And they can stay in the U.S. even if their visa expires before their green card is approved. This is something to really understand because we speak to a lot of couples where the foreign spouse's visa is expiring and they think they need to go to their home country and apply for a green card from there. This could be a huge mistake, and one important thing to note is that the alternative to a marriage adjustment of status is consular processing.
Consular processing is the process used when you apply for a green card from outside the United States. When you use consular processing, your green card will be processed by your nearest U.S. consulate or embassy, and you'll remain outside of the United States until your green card is approved.
Both the marriage adjustment and consular processing have their own timelines, application forms, supporting documents, and costs, but the eligibility requirements for both processes are the same. And it's exactly because the eligibility requirements are the same for both processes that you can easily end up in a process that can put you in less than ideal circumstances. Meaning, if you mess it up from the start, your whole immigration journey will be significantly more stressful and will certainly take longer.
And that's why you should grab our free minute course in the description below, where we go into even more detail on this topic, and it will give you even more clarity. You won't believe how many couples make mistakes at this initial stage and are stuck in limbo for years as a result. If you are just looking into this process, it's very important to not make any mistakes right now.
Now, let's get into what qualifies you for a marriage adjustment of status from within the United States. The number one requirement is that an immigrant spouse must be physically present inside the United States at the time of filing and throughout the entire process, unless you get your travel permit approved first.
Another important thing is that you have to have a valid entry into the United States, meaning you used a visa, or in some instances, a visa waiver like ESTA to come to the United States, and you were properly admitted.
Typically, having a current priority date is another requirement, but this isn't something that you need to worry about at all when you're married to a U.S. citizen. If you're married to a legal permanent resident, or in other words, a green card holder, make sure that the current visa bulletin is current, or C for the F2A category. That's how you know that you are eligible for a concurrent filing of forms I-130 and I-485.
Another requirement is that you cannot have any inadmissibilities. You can be admissible due to health, criminal activity, national security, public charge, fraud and misrepresentation, etc. The vast majority of couples don't need to worry about this, but this is certainly something you need to consider.
And just a quick reminder, after you file for your marriage adjustment, you will have to stay in the United States for some time before your travel permit is approved or before your green card is approved. So make sure you have no plans to travel outside of the United States during this time. Couples are often unaware of this nuance, but if you were to file for your adjustment and then leave the country, you will literally have to start the entire application all over again, just because your green card application will automatically be denied.
Let us know with a comment if you still aren't sure about something or if you have any questions about this.
We're always very supportive of our fellow immigrant couples, and we would love to know what you're struggling with so that we can help out where we can.
And if you watch this video and you're absolutely sure that this process applies to you, then we invite you to apply to our marriage immigration method. Our method will clearly and simply guide you through the whole adjustment of status process and even all the way through your citizenship.
And it's designed to get you from point A to point B in as shortest time as possible so you can start living together and forget about all of this at once.
Otherwise, subscribe to our channel and we'll see you next week.